Right, well, you join me on the 7th of June. It's been 2 days since I done my day ticket diary at Lavender Hall. And yes, lucky sod me, I'm back out on the back again for a 48 hour, maybe a 72 hour, we will see. You find me down on the corner of the bowl where the M6 bank meets the A5 bank. Come down yesterday just to have a little lead about, see how bad the weed is, and I spotted a few fish down here, and the wind is hacking into this corner and it will be for the next 72 hours, so I do believe I'm in prime area, so to speak. Now I've chosen this corner for another reason, because the A5 bank is just clogged up with weed. Fish have been coming off the boards, swim, but a lot have been lost as well, and that's because, like I say, it's really bad, the weed. So me coming in the area where I am, there is basically a band of weed that goes from one end of the lake to the other. I'm situated right at the back of that weed, so I'm fishing a clear spot, just literally probably about 3 to 4 foot by the time I've led it round, you know, where it's gone clean, and then anything to the right hand side 3 or 4 foot I'll start to pick up weed. So I'm on the areas, went down nice and firm, and I am feeling confident. Now I've got 2 rods on that area on the clear spot at the back of the weeds. I've also got a rod just down to the left where I seen them fish yesterday on the edge of the reed line, on a long running chod, exactly the same sort of setup I did at Western Park. Basically what it is a long running chod, so I can get over the top end of the weed with a called a helisafe drop off system. As soon as that fish hits that drop off system, that lead will drop, and they usually, well, they always do, they come up to the surface. And I lost 1 fish on Western, and Western is as bad as this place at the moment, so you must drop the lead if you're fishing in the weed or around the weed. It is utmost important just to get them up, nothing more. It's just that when that lead drops off, I lift straight up to the top. It's just an instant reaction that happens. So I'm going to kick back for now, just rewind. It's absolutely scorching today. I'll look forward for that sun just to drop down a little bit later, and would like to have a little bit of overcast, but I'm not complaining. It is absolutely lovely, and being down in this corner, it is very carpy indeed, and I do feel like I'm away from everybody else, just the way I like it. So for now, kick back. I'll pick the camera up a little bit later, but yeah, let's wind into the session, and let's see what luck brings us. See you later. Right, just a little update. At 8 o'clock, I've just lost a fish. 1 toner right from the reed line. Tried to get in the reeds, pulling him back. Got caught up in a little bit of weed. Still pulling him, and unfortunately the hook pulled. Killer. I did see a fish just top. I was just telling my friend on the phone that I was on the phone to him. I see the fish shout directly over the top. Half an hour later, it was away. I'm gutted, but I'm going to take that away as a bit of a positive that the fish are down there, as predicted. So onwards and upwards, hopefully. Just having something to eat. Got my brew. Would have been better if it was a celebratory brew, but it's not. So put the rod back out and put a little bit of bait over the top of it again. Catch you later. Well, you join me back at 9:15. All's quiet in the swim, apart from me losing that fish about an hour ago. I'm not going to see that as a negative, mind you. I'm going to see it as a positive that I've got the swim choice right. I also had a little bit of an occurrence on the right hand rod, which is out just off that weed bed. Just had a slow drop back, ever so slightly, got out the bivvy, didn't hit into it. I've just tightened up the spool, tightened up back to where it was, so I'm not too sure what happened there. So it's definitely moved the lead, whether it's weed, whether it's a liner, whether I've been done, I don't know. I've not moved it, I've not touched it because I've got this other rod which is probably about 3 to 4 foot to the left of it, so I'll just leave it. This wind is hacking in now on an easterly wind. As I said, it'll turn tomorrow and it'll be pumping into that corner. We've got good temperatures tomorrow, so it is prime for a few fish to get in down here tomorrow. Now you know the drill. If I get a fish in the night, I will get the camera rolling. If not, I will join you first light, spotting fish or trying to spot fish, and hopefully good times are coming. Right, I'm not going to weigh that one. It's probably about 15 pounds. Just going to slip her back off the mark. Nice little scaly fish. So around about 14 pounds. Quite dark as well by the looks of it. Let's get her back and let's get this rod back out, see if we can produce something a little bit bigger. They are loving the maxi fish. Right, well, a busy night last night. I had 5 fish in the end. Took a video of 2 of them before he started absolutely throwing it down. And I had the other 2 during what it was raining. So I got wet, I got fed up, and I didn't take any video footage of the other 3. However, this one rattled off this morning and resulting in a nice black brute. Now I'm going to get this back because the fish are going absolutely crazy over the spot. So I'm expecting another fish pretty soon. Right. Let's get it back. There we go. Right, fish number 6. All these fish are coming out onto that baited area behind the back of that reed bed. I chose yesterday when I come over, but absolutely beautiful. Good sport. and I'm sure a few more will come before the end of this session. Let's get a back before I get absolutely soaked and have a nice cup of tea. That rod ain't doing out for the time being. I am absolutely soaked. It's 5:30 and I've already had a few fish this morning and I've been kept up all through the night. I am well and truly shattered, but keep on because let's keep getting through these fish and let's keep getting these alarms screaming. As I say, every tug is a drug and I am well and truly high on it. All them fish come from the back end. Here we go, I'm going, I can't even have a drink. Topping out there. Oh dear. That ain't a bad clean fish, that ain't. Not massive, but lovely and clean. The fish are topping out there like mad. I'm going to give them a little bit more bait because I'm not going to be casting in for a bit. I want a cup of tea first. Everything's soft for a cup of tea, even the fishing. Oh, well, I thought it was a bit of a chunk, and it is £20 on the dot. Going to the same spots I've had all the others, on the same rigs, maxi fish. There's a little bit of particle in with the mix. It's fantastic. Let's get it back, let's get these rods out. £5:30. I've had a very busy morning, haven't I? I had 4 takes since first light, landed 3, dropped 1 due to a hook pull, which you've got to expect. Nice to have them 3 fish this morning, including them 2 chunks and the £20 mirror. Nice to get something a little bit more of a stamp behind it. But it ain't all about catching, is it? For me, it's about getting my tactics right, outwitting the carp, playing the game, and at the moment I'm winning that game. Great to keep them grubbing around. Just keep putting a little bit of bait out over the top of them. Just in a good fish show over my area, but I'm going to keep these rods out because everything stops for tea, including the fishing. Get refueled, get these rods back out, and hopefully carry on hauling. Did put a bit of bait out, however, just to keep them grubbing around. Weather's absolutely spot on, overcast, rain, awful conditions, but it brings the fish on, doesn't it? And fish, every single one runs straight for that weed bed, but by the time I'm on them, I've got control of them, and when you give them a bit of tight line, they usually push over to the left hand side anyway, out into open water, and you know then you've got them. So I'll pick the camera up a little bit later. We'll get these rods out, but for now, bottoms up, as I say, and I'll speak to you very shortly. Go! No messing. A little bit of pressure. I'll go to the left hand side. Right, it's a common. Gotta get it right, mate. It's a common. I like my commons. There we go. Right, I'm going to put it back. Number 9, it's a chunk. Another chunk of a mirror. I would guesstimate 17 max. Quite wide round his back. Give me a good fight this one. And straight for the wee bit again. Did get jammed up in it a little bit, but a little bit of pressure pulled it through. And this is the result. Number 9. Let's keep at it. Let's get back. Result. Welcome back. You join me at 1:30. I've just literally woken up from an hour's sleep, and it was much needed indeed. But I'm all refreshed and I'm ready to rock for another 24 hours. I've not had these rods out in the swim. I did reel in just to give the swim a little bit of a rest and put a bit of bait out there to give them some free feed. But I'm ready to put them out now, and I'm going to be putting 3 rods out in this swim now rather than put a rod down in the next swim. I had a run on that yesterday evening, which I hook pulled, but After that, nothing. Seen a fish there this morning, but no, I didn't have a take off it. Everything that I've had has been around this area, so I'm going to put 3 rods into that general area where I was having them fish to this last night and this morning. So yeah, I haven't really done much blogging. I did say I'll let the bait do the talking, which it has done, and unfortunately, you know, just keep banging them fish out has not allowed me to get in and have a chat with you about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. But what can we say apart from we're doing it and I'm catching? So I'm going to get these rods out, and I'm going to put a bit more bait out in the area, and let's see what comes to these rods for the next 24 hours. Catch you in a bit. Right, 2:30. Took me an hour to get these rods in, get my baits on them, put them back out on the spots, and we are fishing. Seen a chunk show out. It's about the same sort of distance I'm casting down to the right. Usually I may have put a rod on it, but I'm going to leave these rods in situ and wait for these fish to push on to me to cut down the disturbance in the swim line. A couple of anglers have come on the island swim. There's 2 anglers over on the A5 bank. There's only me on this bank as of yet. I'm probably going to go around about 12 o'clock tomorrow and spend some time with the family. And my good friend Jason said he's going to drop in here when I'll finish at about 12 o'clock. Plenty of time to go yet to catch a few chunks. And the law of averages states, you know, that the more you catch, the more chance there is of picking up one of the originals. Whether I do or don't, I've still had the session of dreams, haven't I? Red letter session. 11 fish, I've still got 24 hours to go. Right. Let's kick back for the afternoon, sort my swim out, tidy it up, it looks like a pigsty. Like every time I've had a busy morning, stuff is just literally everywhere. I just cannot keep my bivvy clean when I've got a fish. I'll just drop everything and just carry on with doing what I'm doing. I'll catch you later. Right, fish number 10. It's turning out to be a cracking trip out, isn't it? Worth making the long trip down to this corner on the prevailing wind. If she'll let me hold her up. Right brute of a fish, this one. £19 bang. Well, I don't want to leave her out. Get this rod back out on the spot. Keep reaping more My root balls. Fantastic. Oh, what a brute. £20 3 ounce. Our second 20 of the trip. Right hand rod this time. One that's really been quiet. Didn't think it was this big when I was playing it until I lifted up the net, put it on the mat. I thought, yes, it's a chunk. Again, maxi fish, bagging them time and time again. As you said, that was on the little white maxi fish pop-up. Over a spread of boilies, this one. And it's going to be producing the bigger fish. We will see. It's the second fish on that right hand rod. And both been chunks. Right, let's get it back and get this rod back out. Result. Right, fish number 12 has just turned up. Little stunted mirror. Proper character this one, it's only got one eye. So I'm going to slip her back, get this rod back out on the spot, get it fishing. All's quiet at the moment, guys. Put that rod in about an hour ago. I'm going to recast it, to be fair. Didn't really land right on the mark where I wanted it to land. I was about 6 foot off. I thought at the time, just leave it an hour. And if I'm not happy with it, put it back out. So that's what I'm going to do. A lot of fish showing out in open water at distance. You'll never hit them. 150, 160 plus. And they're a little bit more down towards the central body of the lake. I'm just hoping that them fish will turn up a bit later on as they did yesterday. I'm just smashing the rich tea. As far as I'm concerned, rich tea is the only biscuit that should be eaten on the bank. Yes, you got hobnobs, but them are for fairies because they don't break. These bad boys break inside your cup of tea and you've got to go in there to dip them out, or you get your spoon to get them out. Proper man's biscuit. Hobnobs. Dear me. What's the point in dunking if you ain't going to have one of these break off? All the chance, you just got to show it. Any longer is timing, eh? Got to get the timing just right. Otherwise it goes in. It's about right. Perfect. Keeps your eye in the game. Right, I'll speak to you a little bit later. 12 fish, and still prime time, bite time to come. Loads of bait. So if they want it, I will give them. I've already given them loads, to be fair. I've probably given them about 5 kg, 6 kg already. Maybe a bit more with the little bit of added particle I've put in there as well. But the majority of it is boilies, mainly a boilie mix. I've just put the hemp in and the corn just to bulk it up a little bit. Just add to the attraction on the lake bed. Give it a bit of a carpet for them to come in and mop them boilies up. And obviously the one with the popper one. Right, catch you later. Right, you join me back at 5 o'clock. I've just started to see signs of fish coming into the area. They have been out in mid-water for the past, well, I've seen them for the past hour. However, I've seen a few show in the area where I'm feeding. That rod that I put out about an hour ago after that fish, I wasn't entirely happy with it. When I cast it out, it went a little bit more to the right of where I've been picking them fish up, so I'm going to bring it in a minute and put it back out there. Just finishing my brew first. So I'm just waiting for good times ahead. I'm just recouping a little bit of energy for what I'm hoping is going to be pretty hectic fishing. Got loads of bait with me, so if they want it, I'm going to give it them. It's mostly boilie fishing. As I said, I've added a little bit of hemp and corn just to add as a little bit of a carpet on the bottom. Keep them grubbing around, keep them there. Boilies, you've got to put a lot out to keep a group of carp in the area, so keep them active, keep them grubbing around, keep them there until they take my hook bait. I've introduced corn and hemp as a little bit of a bulk feed. Right, I'm going to have my cup of tea and wait for good things to happen. See you later. Right, fish number 13. I'd say this is around about 17. It hasn't got the length, but it's thick and it's got some weight behind it. 17 is to guess. We are on track. It's 20 fish. I've got 20 fish by in the morning. I am going to be absolutely buzzing. Right, let's get a slipper back and onwards and upwards. Well, join me at 6:30. Nothing to report. I've just put that fish back, which come on the left-hand rod, which was the rod that was quiet yesterday. For some reason, that middle rod isn't producing now. I'm scratching my head why. I'm going to give it another hour and a half, and I'll bring it in again and put it back out on that spot. I'm just doing a little bit of prep inside the bivvy, just breaking up these boilies and just adding them to the hemp and corn. Just give them a little bit more extra flavour. Also putting whole boilies in as well. but they're definitely on the feed today. But I've put the groundwork in, haven't I, and I've slowly built up the swim to where it was this morning. Weather was all over it. Couple of guys on now, as you would expect for a Friday afternoon or Friday evening. Weekend carp anglers have turned up. If anybody watched the one, or is it Bowling for Carp 1 or 2? The carpy duck went missing. You can't believe it. She's back. She's down in the next swim and has come to have a visit earlier. Unfortunately I didn't get it on video because she done one, because my alarm started going off. And I think it scared her off a little bit. But yeah, nice to see her back. Haven't seen her for quite a few months. Disappeared for. Whether they've gone over onto the Prince Albert water, the other Gailey water, I do not know, but she's fine and she's doing well. Right, I'm going to crack on and I'll catch you a little bit later, hopefully with a chunk. See you later. Fish number 14, coming to that rod that was inactive, brought it in, put it back out, 10 minutes and it was away. But don't ever be afraid to bring these rods in if you're not confident about it, or if they should have gone and you got fish showing over it and it hasn't. Get it in, put it back out on the spot, because if these fish are grubbing around out there, that lead, if it's a light one, won't make a difference at all. Right, get her back. Let's see if we can get number 15. What is it? What a lovely evening to be carp fishing. Right, fish number 15. Barney rubble. Nice fish though, to be fair. 5 more fish to go. I'm going to get her back, I'm going to leave her out and get this rod back out, get it fishing. What a session, what a session. Just going into dusk. All's quiet out in the swim. Not seeing anything for the past maybe hour and a half. So it's gone real slow. Bites have dried up. Either they ain't feeding or they've pushed off somewhere else. We shall see, we shall see. Wasn't until the light just dropped dark when I picked up a fish yesterday. So hopefully we'll have a couple of midnight munches for the camera. If they're only doubles, I'll just take photos of them on the mats and send them on their way. If they have pushed off me, I'm going to get a good night's sleep, and that is also welcome indeed. I'll take it if it comes, but if it don't, I ain't too bothered. Bring on the carp, that's what I say, That's what I'm doing. I'm fishing. I'm not camping, I'm fishing. And there's plenty of time to sleep when you're dead. So I will have as many carp as it sends along. And I'll enjoy every single one of them. So, good night. And I'll catch you either in the night or the first light. My alarm's set for 4 o'clock. So, bring on the chunks. Good night. Right, fish number 16. We are getting ever more closer to that number 20. Right, fish number 17. Coming in at 19 pounds. I'm going to keep her out and get her straight back. Get these rods back out on the spot. Buzzing. What a session. Buzzing. Alright, fish number 18. The biggest one of the trip so far at 21. Right chunk. Right, let's get her back. Get this rod back out on the spot. We're just 2 away from 20. Fantastic. Right, fish number 19. Does it even count? I think so. I do think so. Well, good morning. You join me on the morning of a very cold easterly wind that's pushing directly into me, and I'm absolutely froze, as you can tell. Frustrating night last night because I just couldn't take any more, to be honest. I had a fish and it run through me 3 lines, wiping out all the others, and rather than me cast them out because I was exhausted, I put them up the bivvy and I left them there for a couple of hours while I got some sleep. Whether that's allowed the fish to push off me, who knows. So that 20th fish is looking more and more bleak as the morning progresses. Not seeing anything at all. I'm just hoping that I'll come back into the area. That's if they're not already there, but I don't think. I think that they've just mopped up what food was there and disappeared. I have held them there for the past, it's been over 39 hours. Just been constantly putting in the bait, and I haven't stopped. I'm still absolutely shattered this morning, so I'm going to have to go home at 12, and I will no doubtedly hit the bed when I get home and probably sleep for the rest of the day. Oh dear, absolutely shattered. Cold, but I've had some chunks, and I had a couple of chunks last night. Just hope the video on the night is okay. When I look back on it, there's a little bit There's a little bit over to the right hand side of the screen. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to see them. By now you would have seen them, so my apologies if they're not the best quality, but it is what it is. But doing a bit of self-take video on the night ain't the one, especially when you're absolutely knackered. Right, I'm going to enjoy the morning. I am off at 12 o'clock today, so I've still got a few hours yet to get these delks singing, but it is over to the Carp. Catch you later. Things must come to an end, and it's time to bring this video blog to an end. I really hope you've enjoyed it, because it has been absolutely exhausting to keep putting these fish on the bank and keep putting that bait out for that 48-hour session. Anybody that says carp fishing is not physical, they can kiss my ass, because I was absolutely drained. But me keep feeding in that bait over time, kept drawing them fish in, and I kept getting the results. It's going to be at least 4 weeks before I get down here. That's because I'm going on a sun holiday with the family. Tosh is going to go and get a tan result, and I'd just like to remind you as well to hit that subscribe button, which you'll find just down in the corner here in a little red box, and also hit the bell icon, and that will keep you updated when I upload my carpy videos. So like I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been epic, and it's one to remember, that's for sure. So for now, bish bash bosh, keep it tosh, wet net, tight lines. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching.